Are you struggling to write an attention-grabbing headline? Something that's really going to grab your prospects and make them want to read on. It could be a subject line for your newsletter, or an article for your blog, or your headline for a web page. Keep reading, I've got something that makes it easy peasy. Hi, this is Cornelia Luty from The Leaky Bathtub, where it's all about stopping your customers and your prospects from leaking away. Now, an important way to stop your prospects from leaking away is to use a really attention-grabbing headline. Now, this could be for your email newsletter, or a new page on your website, or an article for your blog. Having a really strong headline is the very first thing you need to do to get people to want to read on. But how do you write a really good headline? It's something that a lot of business owners struggle with. So I've got 3 steps to help you write a really awesome headline. There are lots of headline writing techniques out there, but this is probably the one that's the easiest to implement, and it's really effective too. See what you think. So step 1 is to ask a question. People like being asked questions. It's engaging, and when we're asked a question, we're compelled to answer, even if it's just in our heads. So by asking a question, your prospect is answering it in their heads, and if the answer is yes, they'll want to read on to find out more about what you have to say. Okay, point number 2. When you're asking that question, use the word you in that question. The word you is very appealing, it draws people in, so make sure you use the word you in your question in your headline. Tip number 3, make sure that the question you're asking addresses a problem that your prospect is having. This is really, really important. That way the prospect knows that you not only understand and empathize their problem, but that you might be able to help them. Problems draw people in. That's why newspapers have full of problems and horrible things on their front covers. We can't do anything about that. It's not a nice aspect of human nature, but problems get our attention a lot more so than anything else. We're bombarded with so many hundreds and thousands of things in our daily lives that it's the problem that presents itself the strongest that's going to get our attention. So for your headline to stand out, it needs to address a problem really clearly and prominently. So let's just sum up those 3 steps to writing a really attention-grabbing headline. Tip 1, ask a question. Tip 2, use the word you in your headline. Tip 3, make sure that the headline addresses a problem your prospect is having. Put all of those 3 things together and you will have a really strong headline for your marketing piece. Now, would you like to see an example of that technique in action? Well, let's rewind to the beginning of this video and you'll see that I used this technique myself and you watched it, so it shows the technique really works. Are you struggling to write an attention-grabbing headline? Now, if you'd like to get more marketing tips like this, use the link below this video and make sure you get on the list for my free marketing tips newsletter. You'll get all the latest marketing ideas from me, Cornelia Luty at The Leaky Bathtub, every couple of weeks. The tips are things that are really easy to implement and they won't cost you an arm and a leg. So use the link below and I'll see you next time. This is Cornelia Luty from The Leaky Bathtub, where it's all about stopping your customers from leaking away.